inspiration
Were you
for
like
their
a
videos.
power bottom or?
Yes. Okay.
You could do a lot as a power bottom. A lot of different angles you could hit.
I was like motivated like 30 minutes ago, and now I'm just like, Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Hey.
and this week's guest is Anthony Smith.
What's up?
Nobody can hear you.
Oh, okay.
What's up, dog?
So what'd you say?
I said, what's up?
All right. So this week's episode, you've probably heard it on, maybe on the radio or other podcasts or whatever.
I don't think they're talking about us.
No.
Oh.
So it's a game. It's basically Find the Lie. Will there be... my wife made the game. I don't know anything about any of them. She put them in categories. So there'll be four...
You'll read 4 statements.
I'm going to read 4 statements.
One of which
is
uh,
false.
Are they about
fiction.
us?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I said write one about yourself. I forgot to do it. So
What a bitch.
I don't know what the categories are. I don't know what the facts are. I don't know what anything is. So
if it's more likely to survive being hit by a car, I think I win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anthony's been hit by multiple cars.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Are we accumulating points? Or is it a friendly game?
I think it's a friendly game. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
They
categories.
just look like they're
Alright.
sealed like the Emmys are. Like,
Yeah.
they had the same kind
There's
of
a-
secrecy.
They're in envelopes, and each one has a wax seal on the back of it.
And the winner is
I just want to say,
Scarlett
and
Johansson.
Katrina listens to this,
For
I
her.
think she put way too much thought into these. I haven't even looked at them, but she was stressing over
If you really think that, let's get a lighter, let's light them on fire.
and just do something else.
Yeah, and then tell your wife they were great questions.
Well, she's gonna listen to them.
They were great questions.
They were great questions, Katrina.
We
So you
really
guys
had-
want to
we
you
had a
guys want to
blast.
start with one?
Yeah, read it.
Okay. This
So this is a trial run question.
Yeah.
Or
question. I don't want
topic
anybody to look
1,
at
I
these.
guess.
So, this one's topic is scary or weird. All right.
Oh, don't read the answer first.
Well, no, you see, it's on the back. She
Wow, that's legit.
she paper clipped it together so nobody could see the back while I read them.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
more time or energy than all of us have combined to
All right, are you guys ready?
Yes.
This is the scary or weird category.
do.
Okay. Scary or weird? A. In The Silence of the Lambs, Anthony Hopkins is only on screen for 16 minutes. B. George Romero started his career working on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. You know who George Romero is?
Yes.
Okay. Alfred Hitchcock's belly button was eliminated after being sewn up after surgery. Robert De Niro was originally cast to play Jack in The Shining, but was unable to do so due to prior filming commitments.
So which one is false?
Which one is false?
If I say
Hitchcock's
if,
belly button.
if I have an answer, you guys gonna coattail off me or
No, I mean, mine's gonna be B. I think it's George Romero.
me too? B.
I think it's
The belly
Hitchcock's belly button.
I don't think Katrina's. I don't know if she got these off of something, but I don't think she's often thinking about anybody's belly button, which makes me think.
Sounds kind of out of whack, though.
But I don't know if she made these all up, so the internet has a wild imagination.
Yeah, I mean, you can find some crazy shit on the internet.
Yeah,
But
I think I'd heard the first one before, to be honest. But he's not in the movie very much.
I know that he's
Yeah.
not in it as much. I mean, for as iconic as that role is, I know
Yeah.
that he's not in it.
So I eliminate A like immediately, and then
De Niro being cast as Jack in The Shining, that sounds like it could be true.
I'm pretty sure I knew that one.
So we're down to B and C. So I think it's Corey and I are going with B. George Romero. Anthony's going with C. Alfred Hitchcock belly button.
drum roll. God damn it, Robert! Figure it out.
I don't know. I'm reading these now, and I'm like,
What?
it says A. In The Silence of the Lambs, Anthony Hopkins is only on screen for 16 minutes. He won a Best Oscar for this performance.
Oh, she's gonna do the long-winded explanation.
George Romero started his career working on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Wow.
This work was inspired to create a zombie film, Night of the Living Dead.
Obviously.
Alfred Hitchcock belly button was eliminated after being sewn up after surgery.
Oh, damn it.
It says, but this one's underlined. It says Robert De Niro was originally cast to play Jack in The Shining, but was unable to due to prior filming commitments. Robert De Niro was considered, but Stanley Kubrick thought he was not psychotic enough after viewing Taxi Driver. Robin Williams was also considered and was thought to be psychotic after Stanley Kubrick viewed Mork and Mindy. So
D is false.
D is false. He was actually never cast.
Considered, never cast.
Yeah, so
not psychotic enough after watching Taxi Driver.
Yeah, I know, right?
A little bit.
So we all got it wrong.
I guess he wasn't maniacal enough. Probably.
Maniacal.
Yeah. Maybe.
I guess it'd kind of be cool not to have a belly button.
I know somebody. Well, in high school, I knew somebody without a belly button. She was in our advanced strings class, and when she was born, there was a complication with her umbilical cord, and they had to do emergency surgery.
Oh shit. That
How do you breathe without a belly button?
Anyways, you want to go? Are we Snorks? You remember Snorks?
Yeah.
Come along with the Snorks. They were like Smurfs, but underwater.
Yeah, I never ring a bell. I don't think I watched it growing up, but
Nobody's. Well, your childhood sucked.
I never watched Fraggle Rock.
I
That
never
was
watched
like
that.
that was probably 3 years before my time. Is why.
That's really good. I
Do you-
like Fraggle Rock a lot.
Did you guys ever watch Gummy Bears?
Well,
Yep.
yeah.
Gummy Bears was awesome.
The theme song's awesome.
Yeah.
Gummy bears
Bouncing here
bouncing
and
here
bouncing
and there
there.
and every. Okay. You want to do the next category?
Do I?
It's Lord of the Rings.
I'll do that. I fucking love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, because both of us hate it.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't seem too thrilled.
I've watched the first Lord of the Rings more than any movie ever, and I would legitimately put it at 100+ showings.
This motherfucker didn't watch it in theaters, so
I didn't. Neither did he.
Don't.
I did.
You watched the first one in theaters.
I watched the first one in theaters, the second and...
Where were you, like
Dude,
6?
Yes. And Return of the King 5 times in theaters.
Oh,
I actually saw it 5 times as well.
Yeah. I was probably with you.
I
Wait,
think
do
I
you
only
wanna-
seen it once in theaters.
Okay, some of these I already know.
Oh fuck.
So,
So fuck coattail off him.
Lord of the Rings.
The book or the movie?
A. Sean Connery was offered the role of Gandalf but turned it down. B. The Two Towers holds a record for highest estimated movie body count today, not including animals. That's an off the wall.
Yeah.
Like, is it because like the Uruk-hai going through all the villages and killing all the people?
Oh, they're exploding at the end and then the charge.
And then then I guess they're saying body count. That would count Uruk-hai and all of them as well.
It holds the record of body count?
Holds a record for highest estimated movie body count to date. Well,
What?
how?
Does Return of the King even have more?
Well, I don't
A
know.
lot of it was probably CGI, though.
No, this
I mean,
is.
If they count on-screen death, that's what it
Oh.
is. So
You gotta
like,
assume it that in Return of the King, in Two Towers, it's at least 10,000 because all those Uruk-hai ran into trees that were killed.
they don't. I see. We don't know how it's counted.
And then what
we
about?
assuming character death?
Well, it's estimated.
I'd like to see. It's probably on screen, which is very fickle because even though the battles in Return of the King was probably bigger, I don't know if they showed.
I like this next one.
Okay,
I hope it's real.
interesting.
So let's see. Sean Bean is afraid of riding in helicopters, so he used a ski lift in full costume to then walk the rest of the way to the set. D. Viggo Mortensen's son had to convince him to take the role of Aragorn in the series.
I believe that. Sounds familiar.
I'm gonna go with C, even though I hope it's true. C is Sean Bean being afraid of helicopters and riding the ski lift.
I'm gonna say A. I never heard that stat before. Fact.
Okay, he chooses A, which is Sean Connery was offered the role of Gandalf but turned it down,
I'm going to go with B.
which is Two Towers holds the highest estimated record of body count. Before I flip it over, I know for a fact Sean Connery was offered the role.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Me too. That's
That's
right.
fine. I never heard
Yeah, he
that.
said he didn't understand it.
I didn't understand it.
There's no. Did they even hit their women?
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Sean Connery was offered the role of Gandalf but turned it down. He stated that he had never read the books and did not understand the script. He was also offered 15% of the film's total box office receipt, which it would have been more than any actor has ever been paid for a single role, estimated to be about $400 million.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Wow.
Beat his wife over that one.
The Two Towers holds the record for the highest estimated movie body count to date, not including animals. Return of the King actually holds the estimated record at 836, not including animals. So, that is a false statement, and Anthony got the correct.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that means that he really is scared of helicopters.
Yeah. Nice.
That's cool.
There's a little fact about Viggo Mortensen. He replaced Stuart Townsend, who was Dorian Gray
Yeah, I heard
in
that.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I wish you could see the scene she shot, because it wasn't like he only shot for a day. He shot for a little while.
Oh,
like,
I didn't know that.
You pulled Back to the Future?
Yeah, like you can see the things for Back to the Future, and it's not okay. The stuff doesn't hit with that other guy.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It's just
It wasn't.
Michael J. Fox is Michael J. Fox.
Yeah. Which it's
there's a sort of likability to him.
And you can't, now that you've seen, I mean, all the movies are...
Yeah, if it was the opposite way, we'd be saying, how could they ever consider Michael J. Fox to play it, you know?
Yeah.
So you can't unsee the role that you're used to.
Yeah. No. I agree.
But it would be interesting. I didn't know who Viggo Mortensen was before
What did that say again?
Lord of the Rings.
Estimated at 836 body count? That can't be right.
No, that's on screen. You actually see,
See them
before
die?
it cuts to the next film.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's probably, considering the movie runtime is 2.5 hours, that's a
Well,
lot of
'cause
average death.
when we were discussing it, I was like, well, you have to assume 10,000 because of the Uruk-hai. So
If
this is
we're doing
on-screen
that, then-
deaths.
Yeah, because if you did that, then any apocalypse movie would have more assumed death. And the title
This
leaves,
says highest estimated movie body count to date.
yeah, they have to show it. I mean, otherwise 2012 or something would have the most. When you see California
Okay.
breaking,
Fair enough. You're right. You're right.
or any movie the Earth
Batman
explodes.
versus Superman, or the Man of Steel thing.
Yeah,
Um,
you physically see some body getting chopped or an arrow shot into it.
yeah. Oh shit. This is TV sitcoms. TV sitcoms.
Compared to what other type of sitcoms?
Netflix sitcoms.
Oh,
Is that, that's
I
not-
guess
Yeah.
like the ones we're watching.
Mm-hmm. I haven't watched it anymore, but I'm sure you're already done with it.
That'll be
Are
our
you
next
watching?
podcast. I hope.
Stranger Things.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you finished it?
My roommates are watching it. I haven't seen it, though.
Have you already finished it?
No, I've watched 5 out of 8.
Okay, I've watched 1. I've been working.
Well, you know how that alien,
No!
how when it came down. Oh,
Okay, TV sitcoms. This is already built for me. I've
Watched every single episode of Friends and,
see, I like this collusion.
and
A.
Scrubs.
Every season of Friends includes a Thanksgiving episode.
Okay,
All right. B.
he's watched it 5 times.
Dr. Cox's John C. McGinley trademark of calling JD by a girl's name is what McGinley does in real life to his good friend and neighbor. C. Penny's character in The Big Bang Theory was actually an add-on from a different sitcom concept. That's kind of hard to say.
Sitcom concept.
Yeah.
Yeah, real fucking hard.
You didn't even say it right. You said sitcom.
Sitcom.
You didn't say sitcom.
Oh, okay. We'll play the
It's-
tape back.
Yeah, we'll play the tape back.
We'll play the tape.
In How I Met Your Mother, Josh Radnor, Ted, was so allergic to dogs that Robin's dogs were written out of the show.
C.
Which is Penny's character in The Big Bang Theory was actually an add-on from a different sitcom.
Yeah.
See, I've watched Friends a lot, but I don't know. I know there's a lot of Thanksgiving episodes, but I don't know if every season has one. I'm going to say that's true. What are you going with before I keep whittling these down and you ride my...
What was the last one again? I just want to be
In
different.
How I Met Your Mother, Josh Radnor, Ted, was so allergic to dogs that Robin's dogs were written out of the show.
I'm just going to say that. I have no idea, but I'm going to assume the Friends one is true, and all the others, I have no idea. So
Okay, now that you've answered, I'm assuming the Friends one is true. I know for a fact that John C. McGinley does that to somebody. I don't know if it was his neighbor, but I know that he's done it to somebody. I'm going to go C and agree with Anthony that it's Penny. That show's gotten terrible, by the way.
Yeah.
still on?
Yeah, they just renewed it for 10th season, which means it'll run as long as Friends did at the very least.
Wow, sad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one whole episode.
Well, how long did Scrubs run?
Probably
6?
6?
Six or
I
seven?
thought there was like...
But then they had an offshoot. And
Yeah, which was
spin-off.
not good.
I never seen it.
I never watched it.
Every season of Friends includes a Thanksgiving episode. Season 2 does not have one. So right away,
lost.
we lost,
okay,
all of
shit.
us.
That's funny. You'd
Well-
think it would have been a later season, but no, it's early.
I like that she wrote this kind of stuff, though. Dr. Cox's John C. McGinley trademark of calling JDs by girls' names is what McGinley does in real life to his good friend and neighbor, John Cusack.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know they're neighbors.
So, and the rest of them are... That's cool.
You want to read the interesting facts?
There wasn't an interesting fact on the other two.
Sure. Katrina, he's lying.
I just looked at him again just to make sure.
Okay. He's faithful.
What the fuck is this? Last minute switch. Is it going to be Back to the Future in here?
Yeah, it's going to be actor. We just spoiled the answer.
Last minute switch.
Is that like ghosting?
We're
You know what ghosting is, right?
No.
not going to talk about it on here.
The audience might want to know.
If you want to know, you could tweet me at Sly Comics and I'll tell you.
He'll send you a video.
After we read this one, do you want to read yours?
Ghosting fail. In the middle of all
Yeah,
this?
in the middle. Shake it up.
You want me to shake it?
All right. Last minute switch. George Clooney was cast to play Mr. Pink in Reservoir Dogs, but passed on the role, leaving it open for Steve Buscemi. B. Mickey Rourke was the original cast to be the lead in Beverly Hills Cop. C. Harvey Keitel was scrapped as the lead in Apocalypse Now after he replaced Marlon Brando just after a few days of shooting. D. Kevin Costner turned down the role of Andy Dufresne in The Shawshank Redemption because he was working on a very important film. The film is going to be Waterworld, right?
It's gonna be like stupid ironic. So I say A.
George Clooney.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say B. Steve Buscemi.
That's A.
Okay, that's A.
Oh shit.
That George Clooney dropped out so Steve Buscemi could take the role. So you say A? Or do you
Yeah.
want to hear B again?
Wait, what was B again?
Mickey Rourke was the original cast to lead in Beverly Hills Cop, which was Eddie Murphy.
Axel
Yep.
Foley.
That's the one you want to go with?
Yes.
I'm thinking A is true.
Call me a liar.
I was going to go with B, but I'm going to go with C just to be something different.
Boom, 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 boom.
I can't even...
Bing, bing. This is the crazy frog.
All right, ready?
I don't know.
Kevin Costner turned down the role of Andy Dufresne in The Shawshank Redemption because he was working on a very important film, Waterworld. So important.
Yeah. Nice.
Dick.
George Clooney was cast to play Mr. Pink in Reservoir Dogs, but passed on the role, leaving it open for Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi. I said Steven.
True fact?
Quentin Tarantino had written the role for Mr. Pink for himself, but gave the role to Steve Buscemi. So,
Wow.
Corey gets it.
Doyle rules.
Harvey Keitel was scrapped as the lead in Apocalypse Now after he replaced Marlon Brando just after a few days. Steve McQueen, Robert Redford, Jack Nicholson, and Al Pacino had turned down the role prior to Harvey accepting. I've never seen Apocalypse Now.
I never sat and watched the whole thing. Sad for me to say I've seen the first half like 8 times.
Let's hear yours, Corey. About yourself. I didn't write one.
Okay. Well.
I didn't know we were supposed to. I would have had a bombshell.
But you do have one, I thought.
I have some stuff in the back of my mind.
Do it.
I only have 3 though.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
so
what,
like
2 are true and one's false?
I only have 3.
Yeah.
So here's 3. One is that. See, I tried to pick ones I don't think you would know. That was hard. So here one's from early in life. That one time I got called into the office by my vice principal for bullying my high school friend. One time I rode on a hay float in a parade dressed as a clown. Another time I tripped and ate shit during my graduation ceremony. Which one
Is false.
is
The
false?
graduation is false.
No, I'm gonna go with the clown is false.
Final?
Yeah.
The false one is tripping and eating shit.
Ah, that sucks.
Yeah.
You were dressed as a clown?
Yeah.
In what float? Mother Goose Parade?
No, it was a parade that one of the circuses put on back when it came to town at one point in time.
Did they have a red nose that would fit over yours?
No, I had a red nose, yeah. I loved clowns when I was a kid. A lot. That's what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Really?
Yeah. It was like one of the weird things. Everyone says, some people say, I want to be a fire truck. I want to be a
One
clown.
of Katrina's coworkers wanted to grow up to be a fire truck.
Yeah, not a fireman person.
But the truck.
Yeah, because they can wail all day. I want to be a clown. It's a long time. Love clown movies, clown scary movies. Love that jam. Love going to circus. And somehow our school had like a thing you'd ride in the parade, and when like, what's one of the circus that comes by here?
I don't know.
Vargas.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a.
You get free tickets to get in.
Trying to think of a false one that I could just throw out up on the spot.
Yeah, I tried to think of a false. I had some wild ideas, but I was like, they'd believe I'd trip and eat shit, like graduating.
You have something, Anthony?
Let's come back to me after
Okay.
a couple
Okay.
other ones.
All right. We can do that.
We can do that.
Disney.
Oh, I'm gonna get it, dude.
No, these are all about Walt Disney.
Unless it's about like the Princess and the Frog. or
Walt
something.
Disney was a Nazi.
First one.
Walt Disney froze his
Disney and the Frog.
genitals.
Disney and the Frog. Princess and the Frog. You guys ready?
Yes.
I don't know.
Disney. A. Doritos originated at Disneyland.
True.
B. Walt Disney was afraid of mice.
Juice.
C. Disney World purchased the highest amount of explosives in the U.S.
Does that include Al Qaeda?
Maybe because of their fireworks.
No, we just thought they were.
For entertainment purposes.
This one you know, if it's true or not. D. The name Wendy was created for Peter Pan. That's true. We'll just let you know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't believe that shit.
Wendy was first used in that book.
What was that again?
Doritos originated at Disneyland.
I'm gonna go with A.
Since you go with A, because I was going to say A, I'm going to say B.
I'm gonna go with B. I'm fairly certain our Disney World purchases the highest amount of explosives.
Well, if you're going to say B, I'll say C. So it's... I thought you wouldn't
No.
pick it. I'll say C.
Well, are we all going with different ones? Because it's
Yeah.
gonna be the fucking Doritos
So for not
one.
adding points up, yeah.
It's gonna be the Doritos one. It's totally not.
Oh,
Doritos were invented.
Doritos originated at Disneyland. A Frito sales rep recommended frying up the stale old tortillas and seasoning them instead of throwing the tortillas away. Frito-Lay eventually ended up packaging and mass-producing the item.
Nice.
That's a cool fact.
Yeah.
Walt Disney was afraid of mice. That's false. It's true.
That's it.
Because there's one false one. Oh, this is bullshit. I'm gonna fucking call Katrina out on this shit because yes, this is obvious answer. I wasn't. Disney World purchases the highest amount of explosives in the U.S. False. The U.S. military is the largest purchaser of explosives. Of course it fucking is. That's bullshit.
I owned you. I knew it. I psyched you up. I guess in the wrong answer.
That's
so
collusion.
So you'd coattail off me. You piece of shit.
I'm slowly writing
But-
Okay.
mine.
What I'm worried about is how many fireworks shows is the U.S. military actually putting on? Obviously, I haven't seen any. What are you using all this explosive for? Tell me that. I smell conspiracy, gentlemen.
Blowing up schools and shit, in other countries.
Droning them. There were terrorists in there. That's like the most fucked up thing is there's no accountability for that.
Golden Age.
Golden Age.
Golden Shower Age.
That's what
That's now.
I'm trying to think of. The Golden Tallywhacker.
Ah.
Golden member.
Hmm.
Do a Kermit voice.
Golden Age. A. Audrey Hepburn was not the first choice for the lead in Breakfast at Tiffany's. B.
I can't do that.
Lucille Ball was a natural redhead. This is a really terrible impersonation.
Yeah, it is. I wasn't going to say it. I want you to keep doing it.
C. Elizabeth Taylor was the original homewrecker of Hollywood. D. Marilyn Monroe was a stutterer. How about E. I don't give a shit. Bullshit category. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry, Katrina.
Let me look him over real quick. Since
Go
your
ahead.
voice threw me off.
I'm trying to think of one for me.
This is a tricky one.
I'm gonna say Lucille Ball. I don't think she was a natural redhead.
I'm going to say
I'm gonna go with D. Marilyn Monroe was a stutterer.
Stutterer.
Okay, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Wasn't she in films where they didn't even have dialogue? Isn't that so old?
Is that how you spell stutterer? It should be like TR?
It should be an extra ER on there.
Yeah, that's just a stutter.
Well, maybe.
I would take the oddball one again. I'm going to say A. I say Audrey Hepburn was the first choice. She was the only choice, and she was cast correctly in that movie.
For the record, Audrey Hepburn is beautiful.
Was. She's dead. Have you seen her lately?
Audrey
She looks
Hepburn.
a little thin.
Audrey Hepburn was not the first choice for the lead in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
You animals.
Author Truman Capote wanted Marilyn Monroe for the part.
She stuttered. Erdered.
Lucille Ball was a natural redhead. She dyed her hair red for a movie role and never went back to her natural color. So that's the false one.
She wasn't?
I am correct.
What, it said she was not a natural redhead?
It said she was. This was said was. It says the statement and then how the statement's false.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I can read. You want to know the Elizabeth Taylor facts?
Yeah, sure.
She's the reason why Carrie Fisher's parents divorced. She later left Eddie Fisher for another guy, married a total of 8 times, twice to the same guy, Richard Burton. 8 times.
That's fine.
You got one, Anthony?
I need one more, so probably
Okay.
after this next one.
If I could write them down and keep them separate, I think I could come up with one.
Well, you can, and you can pause the podcast. You
Um,
can pause it.
I can think of one.
You can do it. We can help.
Actors.
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 I got one right.
We each have one at this point, actually. I'm not keeping score, but we each have one.
Obviously, you are.
Okay. Actors.
Okay.
A. The role of Dirty Harry was originally intended for Frank Sinatra.
Dirty Sinatra.
B. Ralph Macchio was actually 23 when filming The Karate Kid. C. James Woods fired his agent upon learning that Quentin Tarantino wanted him for a part in Reservoir Dogs, but James's agent had turned down the offer.
Okay.
D. Harrison Ford beat out Kevin Costner for the lead in Air Force One, which I've never seen.
You piece of shit.
I'm gonna go with C. with
James Woods.
James Woods, yeah.
No, I already took it apart. What do you want?
What the first one again?
The role of Dirty Harry was originally intended for Frank Sinatra. I'm gonna go with D. Harrison Ford beat out Kevin Costner. I'm gonna say Harrison Ford was the first choice.
And what was B again?
Ralph Macchio was actually 23 when filming The Karate Kid.
I'll say B.
Okay, B.
Take the oddball. I don't think a 23-year-old got waxed off that easily.
The role of Dirty Harry was originally intended for Frank Sinatra. Sinatra refused the role. The role was also refused by John Wayne and Paul Newman before being accepted by Clint Eastwood. That was true.
Took sloppy fourth.
Ralph Macchio was actually 23.
Wow. Got waxed off at a late age.
James Wood fired his agents upon learning that Quentin Tarantino wanted him for a part in Reservoir Dogs, but James' agent turned it down. The agent claims that James Woods would refuse the amount offered to pay the part. So, D. Kevin Costner was forced to turn down the part due to filming schedule of The Postman. Kevin Costner recommended Harrison Ford for the role. That's the second time in a row he did another movie that was thought to be shitty.
You've never seen The Postman, I assume.
I haven't.
I'm stupid enough. I don't think The Postman's as near as bad as Waterworld.
I love
People still
Waterworld.
hate it. I like The Postman. I've seen it more than
You ready for yours, right?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
ready for mine.
I've seen it more
All
than
right.
any other Costner film. Go ahead.
All right, so I only have three. Only three. So
Okay,
A,
one,
B, or C.
one is false.
Now, A has been hit by 2 cars and the truck.
That's true.
B, snuck into school to get free lunch, then snuck back out to go home and jam with my band when I was in high school.
That's true.
And then the last one is once was beat up by a girl.
Oh, man.
C's fault.
I'm going to say C's false.
Are you guys both going to go with C?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's actually true. I was
Really?
beat up by a chick one time.
So
yeah.
you didn't sneak into school and sneak out?
No, I did that too.
I thought, which one's false?
A, I
You were
was
hit by a
hit by
truck?
2 trucks and 1 car.
Nice. We didn't get hit by a bunch of vehicles. It's just we didn't have accountability on which ones.
Well, I'm going to write some down while Corey reads the next category.
Next category is
Was that pretty good though?
Smoking.
Yeah, I like that.
Smoking with the Swathwoods.
Smoking? What is that?
Smoking with the Swathwoods.
Oh, don't you have that like dope like pipe with
I
the?
do.
Robert has smoked A, crack, B, weed, C, what does it say? Oregano, or D, dick.
I'm gonna go. With...
Obviously, D is true. I don't think he's ever smoked oregano.
I'm gonna go with the oregano. I think that's the true one.
Yeah, we all know he's tried a little bit of crack.
Oh wait,
He's
are we
got-
going for the false one?
Yeah.
Okay, well I know he hasn't smoked crack, unless it's like butt crack. And then...
Look how fervently he's writing. That's a guy on crack.
Yeah. I didn't even put spaces between a couple of the words.
And it is just...
What's the category? You didn't even say what it was.
Smoking with the Swathwoods.
Say what the real category is.
It's Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Game of Thrones. A. The Dothraki language used in the show was made by merging Arabic and Spanish words together. B. Sybil Kekili, who plays Shay, is a former porn star. C. Daenerys was recast after the original pilot was shot. D. The idea of the Red Wedding was based on historical events.
I'm gonna go with
I'm going to go with A is false.
yeah.
Alright,
I'm
sneak
gonna have
it
to
in
ride
there.
your coattails. What was A again? Read it one more time.
The Dothraki language used in the show was made by merging Arabic and Spanish words together.
I feel like it's half right.
I remember seeing before the show ever came on that people, there's a group of, like a college professor and some other people, they made fake languages for other shows and make a fake written verbal language. And that for the show, they made a fake Dothraki language. And it would be my surprise if they just half-assed and merged 2 languages. So I'm going to say A as well. You
Wow.
guys are stuck in A?
I'll
never-
stick it in your A.
I've heard B's true and D's true. I don't know about Daenerys being recast, but it happens. Being easy recast, she's only in like 5 scenes in the pilot.
And in like 3 of them, she's naked.
Yeah, she's being dipped in a bowl, she's being introduced to Khal Drogo, she's at the wedding, seeing somebody get killed, and then she's being pounded from behind. It's easy to reshoot. In fact, you probably want to. Alright, you ready for the answer, Robert?
Uh-huh.
Robert, are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
I want you to look at me, stop writing, and tell me
Okay.
how ready you are for this. How much you need it. Dun, da, da, da. The Dothraki tongue used in the show was made by merging Arabic and Spanish words together. Not true. The Dothraki tongue was commissioned by HBO. The linguistics expert delivered over 1,700 words before the series began filming.
Wow.
Shay was a porn star.
Knew that.
Daenerys was recast, and the idea of the Red Wedding was based off historical events.
So we were all right.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool.
You can't fool us, Katrina.
You can read the next one too. I'm trying to think of a couple more.
Well, you may file this in the I do not give a fuck what you do with it section. We have Star Wars.
Oh shit.
I'm sensing a disturbance in these questions.
Have you watched the Rogue One trailer yet?
Yeah.
Anthony? It looks so good.
I can't wait
I
to
don't know who anybody is. I'm scared. Like
You know who
mine
Darth
is
Vader
scared.
is.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like 1 second. Everybody else, I'm like, who are these people?
That's a good thing.
I can't wait for Rogue 2.
But does that mean that we're gonna have to wait until the third one to?
Did you hear the news who died today?
Yeah.
No.
Kenny Baker.
Who's Kenny Baker?
Get out.
Get out of here, you piece of shit. You know who Anthony Daniels is?
No.
Get out of here!
No. Who are these people?
This is a nerd podcast.
They respectively played R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Oh, I did hear about that. I didn't know that's what his name was.
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
Was
They
he
both
3'9"?
died on the same day.
No, Anthony Daniels
just-
didn't. Just Kenny Baker.
Oh,
Not
okay.
yet. They hated each other.
Did they? They did, didn't they?
That sucks, man. Well, at least R2.
If you ever seen Time Bandits, that's where I always remember the dwarf. He was one of the dwarfs. He was like flick it or feel it or fuck it. I remember.
That sucks, man. Yeah, I seen some posts on Facebook about it. I just wasn't sure that's actually what his name was.
Yeah, he's an old man. I don't know. Midgets live that long.
81.
Damn.
Yeah, no offense, but it's like, you know, Andre the Giants die early. I figured dwarfs kind of wouldn't live to be fucking older than most. Finding healthy people die at 50, and dwarf made to 80. That's awesome.
I'm having a hard time thinking of stuff for something that would be on me.
That I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I know you shit your pants at work.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't trust the fart that day.
Oh my god.
It was bad.
So it was like
It was raining, and I had to throw away my underwear, and it was cold outside.
in the rain, he ran buck ass naked.
I shit myself walking home when I lived with you one time on
Yeah.
Greenfield. Yeah, dude. I had to drop trout. Like a fucking tornado coming out of my ass, dude. And there wasn't anything around, so I had to like grab this bush and I wiped my ass on the bush. Yeah, poor bush.
Okay. Star Wars. A. George Lucas originally planned for Yoda to be played by a real live monkey wearing a mask and carrying a cane. That's why I see him do that in the prequels. Okay, we didn't do it before because we didn't have the technology. We got the technology now.
I guarantee you that's true. Fucking George Lucas is a crazy
We're
person.
gonna give a monkey a whatever. B. Female fighter pilots were written into the original screenplay, but were removed before the final cut. C. You never see the face of the actor who plays Boba Fett in the original movies. D. A South Pacific island, she wrote inland, accepts Star Wars collectible coins as legal tender.
Read them all again.
So, Lucas said a monkey can play Yoda. Female pilots were originally going to be in the Death Star trench run. C. You never see Boba Fett, the actor, in the originals movie, his face. D. South Pacific Island accepts Star Wars collectible coins.
I'm
as
gonna
legal
go with
tender.
B is false.
I'm going to say A is false.
Let me look at him again.
You can't look at him. I already opened it. Golly gee, mister.
I'm gonna say D.
You want the D?
The collectibles, the coins. Who else said D? Did somebody else say D?
No, I
Maybe
said
Then that's what I'm taking it.
You're a big D. That's my style like. A. George Lucas did want a monkey to be played by Yoda played by a monkey. B. Female fighter pilots were in the original screenplay. C. You never see the face of the actor who played Boba Fett. Is not true because technically Jeremy Bullock stood in for an Imperial officer on screen.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
You fucking
Trick question.
bitch.
So we were all wrong. She fooled us. A fool fooled a fool.
Jedi mind trick though.
Yeah, but that's a technicality, Katrina. We don't appreciate it. You make us look like idiots on our own
Idiots!
on our own podcast. We're gonna erase this question. It never existed. Laughs on you.
So since you guys only
Fuck.
had 3, I'll do 3, okay?
Okay.
I wrote some down.
You ready?
Okay.
I wrote some down.
Oh, this is gonna be too easy.
Yeah.
Watch this.
I think one of them you guys might know for sure, but two of the other ones are,
You got Gray Bush?
yeah, I got Gravish. I was once called into the school office after a school shooting at a different school, not at my current school. They thought I was a disturbed individual.
You still do.
I was once at the fair and was bitten by a cow and cried.
Like a woman?
Yes. I once brushed my teeth with a toothbrush found on the ground due to a dare.
Oh man, that's fucked up. I would never do that.
B. It was a fucking goat. Final answer.
That's a technicality.
That was gonna go with B too.
Which one's B?
Yeah, the cow.
What about you?
B.
Yes, that's true.
Damn it.
No, you guys were right.
Oh, okay.
Was it a goat?
No, I was never bitten at the fair. I went to the fair once and my sister was bitten by a goose after I told her not to do it, and she cried. And yes, I brushed my teeth with a
You may
toothbrush
be a
found on the
terrorist who
ground.
brushed your teeth.
And I still think about it because I'm a germaphobe at this point. And right then, I was like, we were living in at grandma's house at the time, and Hondo and I were walking up this hill, and it was in the middle of a dirt field, and this brush was just fucking wrecked. And Hondo's like, I dare you to brush your teeth with that. And I'm like, all right.
Nowadays, you can command probably at least $20 for that.
Yeah.
One time I ate a sour gummy worm I found on the ground. My friend dared me to.
One time I ate at
It was
McDonald's.
James ate an
How
entire
dare.
fish.
Oh, I drank a goldfish one time, but that's different.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I ate somebody.
What's wrong with
Alive.
you? And you were only on film for 16 minutes?
Gotta hand it to you, boys. That's the smartest way to kill somebody.
Yeah. This is cartoons.
Saving Silverman, no.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Arlie Emery.
Yeah.
And then he's taking a shit out in the middle of their front yard.
You boys got toilet paper? No! That's right, I'll find something.
That's an underappreciated movie.
I agree.
You've never seen it.
You've never even seen it.
Saving Silverman?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Who's in it?
Fucking.
Besides Arlie Emery.
No, Steve Zahn, Jack Black, and
Zane?
It's
Son?
Steve Zane, Jack Black. The BL are hard.
and then
And who?
the dude from American
I'm the pie fucker!
Pie.
Listen, he'll be the pie.
And plus Neil Diamond.
Yeah.
Special.
Amanda
effects.
Pete.
I was gonna say her, and
Yeah.
that's probably everyone that can be named.
That was a good movie. Alright, cartoons. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This is the last category.
Whoop.
The staff of The Simpsons promised Paul McCartney that Lisa's character would remain a vegetarian for the entire run of the show. Oh my god. This.
It's a good thing Eric's not here.
They don't know shit. The storyline of Fry's dog in Futurama, Jurassic Bark, was based on a real dog who waited for his master for 10 years. Have you ever seen that episode?
No.
Who
Have you?
hasn't?
You have, right?
A million times.
That is one of the saddest episodes.
I remember seeing somebody edit on YouTube where it was Valve fans waiting for Half-Life 3. And it was the funniest thing.
So you've never seen that episode?
No, I don't think so.
So what it is Fry's from 1,000 years ago.
They find his
They
dog
find
fossil.
his fossilized dog, and they
Like,
extract the
this is my
DNA from the
dog's
inside,
body.
and he has his dog.
Uh-huh.
And they find out that the dog lived like 7 years after he had been gone to the future.
Did they lose the dog in the future? And they say, well, he went back to the past. Oh, they sent him back to the past? Oh, how do you not have him in the future anymore?
What do you mean?
Did he have him in the future? Didn't they clone him? They not.
Yeah, that's what they did. They cloned him from his DNA that they found him.
But at the end of the episode, they got rid of him or something. didn't
Yeah.
they? But then the last comment of the show episode was Fry saying, like, at least he was happy in the past when I got frozen.
And then it just shows the dog
It's
waiting
like,
for him
he
at the
pro-
pizzeria.
he
for
probably never even remembered that I was gone and that he probably forgot all about me. And they show the dog over the course of seasons, like standing outside waiting for Fry, being fed like pizza scraps, and him getting older and older, like a season at a time, like spring, summer, you know. And him just getting old and withered and just died where he stood, and that's when.
Waiting for Fry.
And when after he died, they show the plant, whatever, him
Yeah.
being buried.
Oh, dude, that's shitty.
Futurama had some pretty emotional episodes. There were several emotional
That
episodes.
one's the only one I've seen, and that out of any like
There was the-
cartoon that was actually.
There was the
Fucked
Devil's Hands or Idle Playthings, which was Fry won the Devil's Hands and he
Yeah.
played the holophoner. And at the end, he switches his hands back and he plays for Leela. So that was.
I remember that, and
There was also a newer one where Bender finds out that he's not immortal. He was made with a defect, so he can't be his chip can't be put into another robot. So he's living basically like a human. So he goes through this whole episode trying to find out who approved him to be made, because he was made with a defect. And Hermes is helping him the whole time, trace it back. And finally, he doesn't. I don't think Bender finds out. I can't remember. I haven't seen the episode as many as the dog one. But it was Hermes, as a young person, saw that it was like, Bender was like a cute little robot. And he stamped him as approved to get made.
Because he worked for the government.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
They've had a lot of episodes that are... Futurama's great.
I love Futurama.
Okay.
I just haven't seen the saddest episodes.
Ever. Oh my god, the Jurassic... That was such a good episode.
It's not one I actually remember. Like, when I say Futurama, I can't think of any one episode besides
Oh, you know what else?
the Meredith Children episode.
There's the one where Fry dies, where they go to the bee planet, and he goes to jump in front of Leela, and he gets stung, and he dies. And she keeps eating this honey to go to sleep, and she's dreaming about him, and she keeps saying, wake up, wake up, wake up. And what happened is Fry goes into front of the bee to get stung instead of Leela, and it stabs completely through him and kills her, but she goes into a coma.
Oh.
And it's him sitting by her bedside the whole time saying, wake up, wake up, wake up, and he never leaves her side. Futurama is great.
Oh, dude, I seriously,
Yeah.
like, that made me a little tear just like thinking
Have
about
you
that.
seen Zach Brannigan voicing Trump?
No.
What's his name?
Phil Lamar? Is it Phil? No, it's not Phil
No,
Lamar.
it's Billy West.
Yeah, it is Billy Westside.
People have linked Zach Brannigan pictures and put Trump quotes, and they fit perfectly. But recently, Billy West has posted something to Twitter where he takes the meme images and he voices them in his voice.
Oh my god,
So
I have
funny.
to watch that.
Yeah,
I have to watch
they're
that.
not as hysterical as I would thought. They're pretty funny. I didn't laugh out loud for any of
Were
them.
you weren't there at Comic Con with us when we watched the live Futurama reading, were
No,
you?
that's
That
one
was
of the few
so
panels
good.
I was there.
Oh, you were there?
I was
That
there.
was great.
Yeah, that's cool. Billy West just having to switch his voice by
Yeah.
grabbing his chin and like shaking it for old man.
Yeah. Good news, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm not an
What is-
impersonation
I
person.
don't remember.
Um,
What am I gonna do? Whoop, 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 whoop.
woo, 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 woo. Zoidberg. All right, I'm gonna start from the beginning again.
Are we doing something?
Yeah. A. The staff of The Simpsons promised Paul McCartney that Lisa's character would remain a vegetarian for the entire run of the show. B. The storyline of Fry's dog in Futurama Jurassic Bark was based on a real dog who waited for his master for 10 years. C. Meg from Family Guy has only been referenced by her actual name, Megan, once in the entire series so far. D. The characters in Aqua Teen and Hunger Force were intended to be mascots for a fast food chain in Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Were you with me when I saw the guy dressed up as Frylock at Comic Con? I was like, what's up, Frylock?
I think you said something
He
to
was
me.
like,
Yeah.
what's up?
That was cool.
I'm gonna go with C, the Meg thing. I know that they treat her like shit in the whole show, but
I'll say D.
You're going with
I
the
don't think
Aqua
it came
Teen?
from Space Ghost.
No, I feel like I feel like it came from Space Ghost. I'm gonna
love that
go
show.
with what was B? Brack.
An actual dog waiting for its dead master for 10 years.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
hard to believe.
Zarak.
I looked. Keep going. What are you picking?
Fuck, just for sakes of shits, I'll go with B.
Alright.
Or no, A, sorry.
A is true.
Fuck. Okay.
B is true. I'd like to know about this dog that waited.
Can't laugh and not tell anybody.
C. Meg from Family Guy has only been referenced by her actual name Megan once in the entire series so far. Meg's actual full name is Megatron.
Nice.
So that is false. I was right.
What was the question? Did it say once?
It said, yeah, but her name wasn't Megan.
Oh, that's not the trick, didn't it?
Yeah, she tricked it. It's Megatron.
I
Oh,
didn't know
nice.
her name was Megatron.
It says, so the last one, it says for Aqua Teen Hunger Force, it says creators convinced Cartoon Network to air the show by having the three main characters be detectives, since the network executives did not understand the show. By the fourth episode, the detective line was dropped, but it was referred back to every once in a while.
Nice.
So that's it. If you're keeping score, I won.
Oh, we're not.
So we all win. Everybody gets a trophy.
Everyone gets pizza.
So was that as exciting as you thought it was going to be, Corey? That's
I
pretty
don't
fun.
know. I feel like it was a letdown. It was overhyped.
I feel like it was funnier seeing like what ours
Yeah.
was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was way
Well,
funnier.
no, I thought the questions were going to be a little overthink because she was stressing about it, but I actually enjoyed it, and I liked the fact that some of them
Yeah.
had little quips.
And they were like they're actually pretty intricate and like,
Yeah, like there's not any of them that you were like, okay, this one is definitely the false.
I'll tell you why I didn't like it. It's because I didn't get many right. And obviously, if I don't like feeling smart, I don't like it. I feel it's biased.
Just so everybody knows, Corey only dates people stupider than him as well.
Yeah, because otherwise I feel they're biased.
That's why we've been dating for so long. Anyways.
Anyways,
No, I thought they were set up pretty well. That was fun.
That was awesome, yeah.
it's a real hoot.
I don't have anything to add. I was expecting to do this podcast a lot earlier, and 2 people showed up late, so...
Well, you know what happens.
What? We're at 48 minutes. It's fine.
Babies like shit everywhere.
So what exactly happened?
I just had to babysit for a minute.
I'll file a complaint against the...
You gotta do it, dog.
house.
And to be honest, this is not why I was late, but at the time, why am I telling you that's on here? I made funny things for the game we're gonna play. But
Oh, we're gonna play Pathfinder adventure card game after
yeah,
this again.
we're basically playing D&D Light, and after watching,
It's D&D without all the legwork, I
Yeah.
feel like.
I think Pathfinder they do make a D&D type game. We're playing the card game of that, which is funny. So we are playing the lighter, easier to grasp.
I'm looking at your honey-colored eyes while I'm listening.
After watching Stranger Things, kids playing D&D, I gotta call it next week. We have to review Stranger Things. Love this show. I love this show.
I might actually start have to watch it.
I'll watch it this week then because
8 episodes is pretty easy.
I'm not gonna have to work my second job this week, so I'll be free.
That's cool. Knowing that it only has 8 episodes, it seems like it's really kind of moving. And I'm so glad because I don't want to watch a show that has like 40 episodes. I know I'm not going to get to the end of the mystery, so soon. So it's kind of, I know like I'm halfway through, more than that.
I only watched the first episode, but I really it was late one night too, and I'm like, fuck, I want to watch the next episode, but I couldn't.
Yeah,
So
they always have a little hook.
I'll probably watch some more tomorrow night. I'm not gonna watch any tonight because we're playing that game.
Right.
So I'll watch them tomorrow. Except I have to watch the last 2 episodes of Outcast as well.
It's like I can't review it now, but the soundtrack to that is fucking cool.
It's out too. You can listen to it.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I know there's so many songs, like 21, but it has like heavy synthy.
Breathing. It's just me masturbating.
Yeah. And I'll say it later on, but I hate kid actors. I fucking hate most of them. Not saying they're bad people, but acting wise,
He hates how much they turn him on.
no, it's not. Not everyone can be Macaulay Culkin.
Well,
You
see,
know.
it's the
What, a
same
heroin
thing.
addict?
I don't like midgets, but that's different. They kind of scare
I
me.
was like in Stranger Things. I like all the kid actors. They don't bother me. They seem to act really well. You show off your camel hoop, Bob?
It's a moose knuckle. Anyways, so that'll be this week's episode. We will be at
Every time I
the.
mention kids, you pull that up.
Oh, by the way, when I saved your number in my phone, I didn't realize until I looked at my phone today, but it's saved under Corey Erectile. Corey Erectile. I didn't realize it. actually.
Erectile.
Oh wow,
This is my new name.
Yes, it is.
Corey Erectile.
I like it.
Like an erect crocodile.
I've known you for 10 years. I've never done.
So snap at you.
Snap it.
My recodile.
We will be at the Long Beach Comic Book Convention at booth 761.
Come check us out.
Come check us
If you
out.
have nothing to do on 9/11.
It's
Is it
9/17. We'll be in Vegas. We'll be in Vegas on 9/11.
Okay, last year's 9/11.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We'll be drinking beers and.
For all our listeners, we will be in Vegas in a couple weeks. So
So, plan accordingly.
yeah,
Live show from Vegas.
that'd be cool.
Straight from Ghirardelli's.
Anytime Corey and I go out and drink, we always end up at Ghirardelli's with a shake or a sundae.
We're going to be at a club, we're going to be downtown drinking, cool, but then night. Who wants Ghirardelli's? Well, we do.
It's never like you turn it down.
No, like, how am I going to turn down
Delicious
Ghirardelli's?
ice cream.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, okay, I'll just have a small one. We'll share.
we share straws. That'll be this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
See ya.
and Anthony Smith.
See you guys.
Bye.